am I the asshole for asking my guests to not crochet at my bachelorette party?
How many people are crocheting in your party?
And they might have a crafty group of gals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that could be a vibe. You do like a Friday night crochet before like going all out Saturday. Could be something.
Maybe that's how they mentally prepare themselves from turning up the next day.
Never know. Maybe they knit themselves or crochet themselves their going out outfit for the next day.
Whoa.
I feel like that's going to take forever.
However far they get, that's what they have to wear.
That is a dangerous.
But which way are you guys leaning for this one?
I mean, if they ask nicely, then they shouldn't be an asshole. But if they're kind of just stickler about, hey, you can't do anything on your own downtime.
Wait, this is the bride or no?
It says my guest to not crochet at my bachelor.
Oh, yeah. Then you can say whatever the fuck you want. You're not the asshole.
All right. So I'm 28 female getting married this year. Yay. And went on my bachelorette trip last weekend. The trip was to a cabin type setting where we all stayed in the same house. I have 3 bridesmaids, but also invited some friends to come along. Part of the group is my brother's girlfriend, 36 female, of 5 months, who isn't in the wedding party. She wasn't initially invited because I don't know her well and they live in another state, but my brother asked me to invite her as a favor to him.
Why would people want to go to a bachelor party to someone they're not close
forcing
with?
them to do things that they're not even really part of.
What? I mean, why would you want to go?
Yeah.
Like, I get wanting to be a part of your partner's sibling's wedding, I guess. But I can't imagine forcing myself to go to
Yeah,
the
I feel
wedding. Or the
do that
bachelor.
on another time when it's not the wedding.
Yeah, or just like, if y'all are dating for a long time, y'all are going to have those moments eventually. You know what I mean? Why do
Sure.
the bachelorette party? I feel like that's an intimate thing. I don't know.
The closest people in your life should be the
your
ones
best
in
friend.
there.
Yeah. He said that she's never been invited to a bachelorette and likely never would be.
Damn.
I have no idea why. This is just what he told me. And hoped she could have this experience. Since people would be paying their own way and the group wasn't large, I figured, why not? She seemed nice enough. The problem is that during the weekend, she would insist on crocheting all the time, even during our events and games. When I asked her to participate with us, she said that she took time off for the trip and wanted to make the most of her vacation by catching up on her crochet projects.
Then why the fuck did you show up?
You could have just took
Just
the
take a week
PTO and fucking chilled at home.
Yeah, stay at home. What are you doing?
Yeah. And that playing games and hanging out with my friends wasn't fun, and she didn't want to waste her day off. All her words, not mine. To be clear, I don't care if she wants to crochet in general. Most of our activities ended after dinner anyways, and we just hang out in the living room. I just asked her to save the crocheting for the night after the activities.
Yeah.
My issue is that she was taking her crocheting with us to places like wine tastings, brunch, a museum tour, etc. It was super disrespectful in my eyes because she insisted on coming, yet wouldn't participate in the activity. Honestly, I was bothered that she was crocheting when we were playing bridal games, but at least that was in our living room. The trip is over now, but apparently she was super peeved that I asked her to limit her crocheting time, and my brother's pestering me to apologize for her ruining her trip.
You're crazy. You're
Yeah,
absolutely fucking
Your brother is
insane.
also out of their goddamn mind for this.
Yeah. I can also see why she has not going to be invited to bachelorette
I think I would have
parties in the
said that
future.
shit if I was OP.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, I thought it was weird when your boyfriend, said, I want you to invite my girlfriend because she'll never go on one of these. I thought, that's weird.
He's
She's
gonna be like, he said
friendly.
that.
Yeah. And I'll be like, yeah, he said that shit.
He said that.
He said it, not me.
I personally don't feel like I should apologize because she shouldn't have come to the bachelorette party if she didn't want to do bachelorette-y things.
Or just at all.
But I also love my brother very much and I don't want this to come between us. I'm starting to doubt myself because his girlfriend sounds really annoyed with me. Please help. Am I the
Not your
asshole?
fault at all.
Hell no.
Again, it's just like, okay, I understand as someone that's not like the most extroverted or whatever, like a group of people I don't really know, I'm going to need some sort of like activity to keep myself from hating my time and my life. But you know what? You could have just not gone. You could have just been like, all right, I don't know any of these people. I barely know your sister. Why the fuck am I going to take my PTO off and hang out in a foreign place with people I don't know or truly care about, to be quite honest.
Yeah, at all, it sounds like.
No, I completely agree. I mean, the girlfriend's definitely the asshole in this situation. It's like kind of what Sean said already. If you're not feeling it, if you're not that type of person to, do all these activities when it's usually reserved again for like the most important people in your lives, stay the fuck at home. And you're gonna get an attitude when they ask you like, "Hey, it's a bachelorette party. Please participate with us." And you're like, you know what? I'd rather crochet. And also, I think the brother is kind of a big asshole in this scenario
Yes,
too,
there
because
you go.
you set your sister up.
You said
When
both
you
of
said
them.
that she may have probably never be invited to a bachelorette party, it's because you probably know how your girlfriend acts, and you still set your sister up with her. So I think he's the biggest villain in this
I
scenario.
wonder if he forced her to go.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what it feels
Like,
like.
I
honestly,
really
'cause
want you to be close to my family.
Yep.
And she's just like, okay.
Part of me also, because of like, I think the brother Loki kind of coerced her into going. I think that's her defense mechanism. Like, you know what? I'm gonna act up here because I was forced to be here, type of shit. That's just my theory.
Or it could just be that she really didn't want to be there, and that's her comfort. And she,
Yeah.
I
And
don't.
then stay the fuck at home, girl.
No, but she
Yeah.
feels forced to by this dude.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I think it's very
One of these
odd.
two is the asshole. I don't know which one. It could be either one.
I
It
said
could be
both of
both,
them.
to be
Shit.
honest.
I'm picking both of them as
That's
assholes.
true.
Well, even if she was like forced to go by the brother, it's still not the bride's like problem. Like it shouldn't be. She shouldn't be ruining her like bachelorette because that's a you and him situation. Don't fuck up my weekend. So Reddit deemed not the asshole. However, OP added an edit with some points just to clarify some things. So one, she was crocheting a throw blanket about the width of an entire arm span. That's what she was carrying with us to dinner, museums, wineries, etc.
It's big as fuck.
It wasn't a small thing that fits in the size of my palm. She also had materials for the blanket with her, about 5 balls of yarn. I'm not sure what you call it, but each ball was about the size of a cantaloupe.
How big was her fucking bag to carry all this shit?
Literally just like a huge...
I can't imagine
She
a
bought
bag
a-
that fits 5 cantaloupes and the blanket.
That's a lot.
our gaycation one might.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Still up
Our-
on the
our
shop
gaycation-
as of recording day.
I don't know if it will be by the time this releases.
It better
but-
not be. I plan on doing it after we record.
Point 2, we gave her the option to stay home. I told her I wouldn't be offended if this trip wasn't her style and she wanted to spend it crocheting,
Yeah.
but she insisted on coming out with us to every
See,
single
then that
weird.
makes her an asshole, even if she was forced to go.
Yeah.
You got your out.
Point 3, even though my brother asked me to bring her, she admitted to me that she wanted to come and that she had been asking my brother to ask me.
Okay. No.
Okay,
So
then
the
I-
brother's
I
kind of
say-
innocent. Well, no, not
Yeah, I'm
really.
sorry to the
'Cause
brother. I
he
apologize
still
for
should have
calling
been
you an
like,
ass.
no, that's weird, babe. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know them. They don't know you.
Are you going to enjoy
You're
it?
going to
Like,
want to crochet the whole time.
Yeah, she's a soul booty hole in this scenario.
No, I don't think he's that forgiving, is what I'm saying. I don't think the
He's being
boyfriend's
put in a
forgiving.
weird situation.
I think he
though,
also
where
sucks.
Not as bad as I thought he
No,
was.
not
gonna
as bad
be.
because he didn't force it. But
He sucks for at the end for demanding an apology.
he
that
sucks
part,
at not talking
I
his
agree.
girlfriend out of this.
Or yeah, that too, I guess. But I think it makes him less of an asshole than her.
No, for sure. Now it was
Yeah,
equal
okay.
before. He's less now. But still, if we first started dating and Nancy was like, I really want to go to your sister's bachelor party. And I said, what are you talking? I would have been like, what are you talking? You barely know them. Why would you be invited?
I'm still focusing on her. She's the ass.
No, I think he's wild too.
And number 4, she doesn't have social anxiety. She just thought our activities were boring and a waste of her time. I mentioned this in another comment, but I overheard her calling my party a basic bitch bachelorette.
Jesus
I know.
fucking
See, she's
Christ.
pretentious as fuck. So that makes me can't stand her even more.
But I didn't want to confront her because I didn't want to cause drama.
And you know what's crazy? The boyfriend knows that she's a bitch and he still sucked her on the party. So truly, I ain't wrong.
My biggest issue isn't that she wasn't giving me attention. Please, I'm a grown-ass adult and already thankful for the friends giving me love and joy during the weekend.
She's killing the vibe.
I just thought it was super rude to crochet such a big project during group activities. She literally brought her blanket to a museum and crocheted during a private tour.
Damn.
At that point, just like stay home.
Yeah, just leave her
like,
ass, bro.
Not like at home, but like at the Airbnb or the hotel or whatever. Why do
Well, they
any of the
offered.
activities Why go to a museum? Why go to the fucking brunch? Why go to the winery
Yeah.
if you're not fucking with it?
Just take the weekend off and crochet if you want to do that at home.
Well, yeah, it sounds like she wanted to go to the party.
Which is weird.
But then as soon as the party starts, she's like, this shit sucks. Then just stay at the fucking wherever y'all, because they traveled to go here, right? Sounds like.
I think so.
Yeah. So just stay at the hotel. What the fuck are you doing?
Crazy to me. Reddit deemed not the asshole.
Yeah.
And Selena Rochelle 22 said your brother literally said he wanted her to go because she'd never been invited to a bachelorette and she had hoped she could have the experience. But instead of her being in the moment and actually participating to get the experience, she closed herself off by focusing on crocheting. You didn't ruin her trip. She imposed on your trip and isolated herself. You have nothing to apologize for, not the asshole.
Bitches get stitches.
And the brother.
I don't have one for that. I don't have a pun for that one. I don't know. I don't know
Same
enough
thing.
about crocheting.
Same pun. Bitches get snitches.
Oh.
Stitches.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
You could say
John
she
said.
really needles me.
Mm.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving on.
I hope the Bachelor trip's better than that one. So
You have a random.
there's only a couple people I don't really know.
Yeah, tell them to stay ass at home, Josh.
I don't think they will do that.
Be
so.
like, crochet this dick.